Well, I'll tell you, losing to the Mets is just getting real old. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Phillies Hot Stove Media. It's your recap in tonight's game. It's in the Phillies and the New York Mets as the Phillies lose 7-2 to the Mets as they drop the first game of this four-game series. Another loss to the Mets. Their 12th loss to them this year as we collect 9 hits in this one and only get 2 runs. So the situational hitting continues to be absolutely terrible. I guess before we get into this video, please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please do engage the bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. Before I get into discussing this game, I'd just like to say that this will be the final time I will be recording in this studio. So I'd like to thank the studio for its memories. I've only been here just less than a year. And of course, you do not know I am moving again to a temporary place, and then I'll be moving into my permanent place this fall. So this will be the final video in the studio. So, I mean, it wasn't here very long, but certainly a good amount of memories here, right? I mean, I really did enjoy this setup here. I actually liked it better than I thought I would. It was hard to leave the old one at my old house, but this has just been a great place to record, especially with the banner right behind me. So, just moving on from that, this was just unacceptable. I mean, I'm going to say it again. I'm tired of losing to this New York Mets team. I'm just so sick of it. I'm tired of seeing us leave runners on base. I'm just sick of it. It was nice to see Kyle Schwarber back in the lineup tonight, and we would have got shut out 7-0 if he had not returned to the lineup. Pick up the scoring summary here in the top of the first inning. Pete Alonso hits a ground ball to third base. Alec Bohm throws to second as they were trying to get Francisco Lindor, and the throw goes into the outfield, in the right center field. I mean, oh my gosh, as good as Alec Bohm has been as a defender, as much as he's improved himself as a defender, the badness still shows at times, as you see right there. So he gets slapped with an E on that one. It was pretty well deserved as Brandon Nimmo comes around to score as it's 1-0 New York. Good teams take advantage of their opponent's mistakes. I give credit to the Mets right there. Newly picking up here in the top of the third inning. The Philly murderer, Pete Alonso, homers on a fly ball to left field. A 2-run shot, his 30th of the season. And that also scores Marte, and it's now 3-0 New York. So Pete Alonso now gives the Mets a 3-0 lead off of Aaron Nola. Pete Alonso continues to dominate Aaron Nola. I'm just sick of it. It's just the same dang-gong thing every single time we face these guys. I just don't understand it. Now, granted, of course, they are a very good team. I understand it. They're by far, I'm going to say they're still the best team in this division. They've certainly been more consistent than the Braves have been. We were able to beat the Dodgers. We just have been awful against these guys this year. And it's very, very strange to me because over the last decade, we have actually played pretty well against the Mets. For whatever reason why, we have not played well against them this year. Now, granted, they have gotten significantly better, but to lose 12 now to these guys, and we still have 3 more matchups, I mean, that's just unacceptable. Then we pick it up here in the same inning. Jeff McNeil singles on the line drive to right field. Daniel Vogelbach comes around to score, as it's now 4-0 New York. Jeff McNeil now extends the Mets' lead. Zimmer certainly was getting hit around there in the top of the third inning. So this Mets lineup is very, very deep, right? I mean, Jeff McNeil definitely a guy that puts the ball in play a lot, no question about that. Definitely an underrated player for sure. And we pick it up here in the top of the 5th inning. Runners on first and third. Lindor at first. Starling Marte at third. Lindor breaks for second. The throw by JT was absolutely terrible. Bryson Stott comes up firing home, and the throw was offline. Starling Marte comes around to score, as it's now 5-0 Mets. So in just more sloppy play. You got Alec Bohm throwing the ball in the right center field. On that, I guess maybe you call it a double play attempt. And then you got, this offline throw from Bryson Stott, and not a good throw down there from JT. So it's not smart, basically. You got a guy that can run and Starling Marte. Why are you even throwing down there? Now, granted, I think maybe he thought he had a chance of getting Lindor, but of course he did not. And we pick it up here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Welcome back, Kyle Schwarber. He signals on the line drive to right field. The Met terrorizer. Matt Vierling and Bradley Zimmer, welcome to Philly, by the way, comes around to score, and it's now a 5-2 ball game. So you're thinking like, hey, I'm pretty down on this team. They're looking pretty sloppy. Aaron Nola does not look good, but Kyle Schwarber, is he starting to resurrect this game a little bit? At least you thought, maybe he was, right? You thought you had some hope. You thought maybe the Phillies can come back and win this one, or at least make it interesting. So he actually had some hope here at this point. Another 2 RBIs for Kyle Schwarber to add to his total as he did DH tonight. Then we pick it up here in the top of the 7th inning. Brett Beatty singles on a ground ball to right field. Francisco Lindor and Darren Ruff come around to score, as it's now 7-2 New York. Once that happened, I'm thinking like, oh boy, I mean, think about it. Right there in the bottom 6th inning, we have a little bit of hope, and then they just get the 2 runs right back there in the top of the 7th inning. I'm so tired of losing to these guys. Like, I can't even put in the words. I'm just sick of it. I'm tired of it. It's just not even fun. I'm so glad that this is it for the rest of the year, and we have a pretty easy schedule after this series is over. And thank God. I mean, good riddance. I mean, the way we played against this Met team has just been terrible. It seems like we're just like paralyzed whenever we play these guys, and it's not like this has been like this for a long time. It's really only been this year. We have done very well against this Met team in the past. For whatever reason, this year, we just have not played well against them. We've been terrible. Absolutely terrible against these guys. I'm tired of Lindor doing damage against us. I'm tired of Pete Alonso doing damage against us. Of course, this is a sign of a very good team with a lot of good players. But Lindor, still not, in my opinion, living up to that contract. I still think that he has been a major disappointment for the Mets. Still not worth the money they're paying him. So that would be your final 7-2 New York. As they win the first game of this 4-game series. Kyle Schwarber, 2 knocks at a leadoff spot. The 2 RBI single driving in the only 2 runs, 13 average now for Schwarbs. They're going on with a 8-12 OPS as he gets his RBI total now up above the 70 mark, now at 71 on the year. 414 ABs. Rhys Hoskins, a rough hitless performance here tonight. So he did nothing, and Alabama also going hitless as well. So not only is his bat slowed down, but he also made that really treacherous throw in the right center field. So he's been disappointing. He's been disappointing. I'm going to say it. I'm going to be transparent. I'm going to say it like it is. I'm going to tell the truth. Over the past 2 weeks or so, he has not looked very good. There's just no other way to say it. JT Muto, 3 knocks tonight after going hitless in the series last week in Queens. He has a 3-hit night tonight against the Mets and Chris Bassett, so I love to see that. That's very promising out of JT Muto. A double, his 18th of the season off of Chris Bassett, including one of those hits, also getting 2 singles as well. And Nick Castellanos, 1 knock tonight. Of course, it was a single. I've never seen a guy that's hit so many singles in my life. I mean, they just paid this guy $20 million a year just to hit singles. And Bryson Stott, 1 knock tonight as well. Of course, I'm glad not to see him in that leadoff spot. I just don't really think he belonged there, of course. And Gene Segura, 1 knock tonight as well. But just a lot of singles. We aren't really doing a whole lot. And Matt Freeland gets to start on left field. And he goes hitless as well. And Bradley Zimmer, welcome to Philadelphia, right? I mean, claimed off waivers from the Toronto Blue Jays. Of course, the Phillies are in desperate need of outfield depth now, with Brandon Marsh being placed on the 10-day IL with the left knee sprain. And with Kyle Schwarber up in the air health-wise, and with Bryce Harper having the DH when he does return. So the Phillies are in desperate need of outfield depth, so they did claim Bradley Zimmer off waivers from the Toronto Blue Jays yesterday. So he's not really been that productive, right? I mean, at this time with the Blue Jays, only through 77 games, he's posted a 105 average to go along with a 446 OPS. Career OPS is 639, and he has a career 215 average. Granted, despite that OPS being so low, he does have a career 301 on base percentage, which, I mean, it's not good by any stretch, but it's not like the worst thing I've ever seen. Think about it. Nick Castellanos actually at one point had a lower on base percentage than this guy. That actually does kind of put some things in perspective for you. But certainly what he's doing this year, not good at all. But this is just another signing to add some depth out there. So he did get the start out in the center and collected his first hit in the Phillies uniform. So we get 9 hits tonight as a team. 9. So it wasn't like we only got 3. We got 9. So tired of seeing us leaving so many ducks on the pond. I'm sick of it. I'm just sick of it. And the Mets only out hit us by 2. Aaron Nola, 5 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, all 5 earned, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts. And that was the weird thing. I don't think he was very good tonight. I mean, of course, it was a hot August night. The ball was flying, as you saw with the Alonso home run. I mean, that ball was crushed. But still, I mean, 9 strikeouts in 5 innings certainly is good on that note. But it was very overshadowed. On average, a run every inning. So I would not say Aaron Nola was good tonight. I mean, at times he looked good, but I mean, it wasn't horrible. He didn't have like the worst start, but I wouldn't say it was good. Early his stuff was still, somewhat effective. And you gotta give him a little break, simply because of the fact that Album throwing the ball in the right center field, the boneheaded play with Remuto throwing down to second, and then the offline throw by Stott to home plate. With the quote steal. I guess it was a steal from him, but the bogus steal from him, I'll say. Granted, it's not easy to steal him. Even on that play, it wasn't. I'm still going to give Starmar take credit for really playing heads-up baseball. But that shouldn't have happened. The Phillies shouldn't have let that happen, but they did. So shame on them. Shame on them for letting that happen. So, in defense, Aaron Nola, he did have some things go against him tonight, but still, he wasn't very good. Only gets smacked with a loss, now 8-10 on the year. Nick Nelson, a solid top of the 6th inning, walking 1, striking out 1 as well. Andrew Velati, 1 inning, 2 hits, and 2 runs to earn 2 walks and 1 strikeout as well. And Sam Coonrad, welcome back. It's been quite a while. It has been quite a while. I actually forgot what he looked like. I'm just joking, of course. It's been quite a while. 2 innings, 1 hit. Didn't allow any runs, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. We haven't seen this guy in over a year. So think about that. We have not seen this guy in over a year. And you're coming in against one of the best teams in baseball and that kind of an appearance. So that was certainly no slouch at all. So good for him. Good for him. That was one positive you could take out of tonight. There weren't many positives out of tonight, but that was one positive you could take. Good thing is now after today, today was probably going to be the toughest opponent we were going to be facing as a pitcher. So that was it. Chris Bassett, we are not good against this guy. We saw it on Sunday at Citi Field. So the good thing is we are done. So we're not going to be seeing Jacob deGrom. We're not going to be seeing Max Scherzer. We're not going to be seeing Carlos Carrasco. So now we have a chance to win 2. We just need to come out of this with a split. And we just need to limp out of this series with a split. And hopefully going to next season much more prepared to play this Mets team. I'm just so tired of losing to these guys. I've said it like a million times because that's how I feel. So, doubleheader tomorrow, 1:05 the first pitch. Trevor Williams will get the start for New York, 2-5 with a 3.02 ERA. Now, granted, this guy still had a pretty good year, of course, as you see with the ERA. It's not like we're going against some lousy rotation. You know what I mean? Of course, it is no Max Scherzer or Jacob deGrom, but still, it's no slouch. It's not Patrick Corbin, folks. Zach Wheeler, 11-6 with a 2.92 ERA. He really needs to bounce back. He was terrible on Sunday against the Mets. Allowing 6 earned, he needs to bounce back. 7-15, the second game, David Peterson, 6-2 with a 3.30 ERA, going against Bailey Falter, 0-3 with a 4.85 ERA. So that's going to be an opener for the Phils. You all know how they do an opener, so that's not really going to be too promising. Then we got 1:35 to be determined for New York, and Kyle Gibson, 8-5 with a 4.30 ERA. It's not going to be easy winning the next 2 games. Just because I said Jacob deGrom, Max Scherzer, and Carlos Carrasco will be pitching in this series doesn't mean it's going to be easy. This is still a tough Met team to play. So this does not mean that it's going to be easy. So that is for sure. As you go take a look at some of the scores around Major League Baseball, the Nationals are currently beating the San Diego Padres 2-1 in the bottom of the 4th inning, as they did defeat them last night, thankfully. So the Padres, in my opinion, just very, very overrated. They're just not worth the hype, not as good as everybody says they are, that is for sure. The World Series rematch of 2021 gives the Astros battling it out down in Atlanta as the Braves won 6-2. So they are now 74-47 as they remain 3.5 out from the Mets. Hopefully we can win 2 in this series. Please, 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 please. I'm begging. So I will be at the first game of the doubleheader tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. My first game in a minute, man. So guys, that is pretty much it. I want to say it again. I want to thank the studio for all the good memes. It wasn't for very long. It was less than a year, but I did enjoy it here. I really, really did. So the final time you will be seeing this studio. So guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please turn on the bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media. Link in the exclusive section at Phillies Hot Stove Media, Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at PHotStoveMedia. Card text 267-225-3292. Email me, PhilliesHotStoveMedia@gmail.com. So guys, thank you so much for watching. 1:05 the first pitch tomorrow, doubleheader. As Zach Wheeler takes him out going against Trevor Williams. I'm Luke and I'll talk to you. Let's go Phillies. See you guys.